My channel at Patchy Pony Stitcher. Hi everyone, it's Mel and this is my channel at Patchy Pony Stitcher, a channel where I talk about counted cross stitch. So this is floss tube number 38. Today is the 2nd of December. What? Really? Like, I can't believe it. I last did an update late October. So rather than doing an update for November, I'm going to do a whip parade today and show you how I'm finishing the year out. We've also got some giveaway winners and also another new giveaway. And if you're like me and it's Christmas time and you've got to have Christmas carols, you might be a sucker for a bit of Michael Buble. I'm cliche, I love Michael Buble, and right at the end of my video, I'm going to add in my encounter where I get a kiss from Mr. Buble. Not on the lips, but on the cheek, but I'll still count it as a kiss from the Mr. Michael Buble. So let's get started. I'm going to show you two FFOs to begin with. I have finished. I did show you towards the end of, at the end of October, my near finish on It's a Wonderful Time of the Year. And this is my fully finish. So I turned this guy into a pillow and I just put some calico on the back, and that's to cover my stuffing hole. And I didn't really do any bling on this one because I just want him to sit up behind me on the counter there as a pillow. So I filled him with some sawdust and also some rice and barley just to give him a little, he's quite heavy, he's got some weight in him. Now, the only thing I changed on this chart is I put little white beads and I missed out the eyes. It had both the white and the black bead, black stitches, but I just decided to do the white stitches on this guy. And he's on the recommended Petty Point even weave, which I'm really pleased that I did. I really like that one. Now the other finish that I did is one from a new label called Punk Poodle Designs, which is Mitch Stitch on floss tube. If you haven't checked Mitch Stitch out, go do so because she's hilarious. Now we had a little bit of a virtual retreat 2 weekends ago because our Mittagong Stitches retreat we couldn't hold because it was due to COVID and that, so it went virtual. But there were still patterns and sales and stuff to be had. And one of the charts, Mitch Stitch actually put this together. And this is the, oh, sorry, I should have said, if you don't like rude words, you might want to look away. So, sorry, didn't do the warning there. But this is my finish to Punk Poodle Designs Christmas ornament. And I stitched this on a 28 count Zweigart white antique with a gold sort of metallic thread through it. It's not opalescence, it's actually got a gold thread woven through it. And I finished it in the same fabric on the back with a bit of pom-pom trim and a little bit of ribbon. So I did this through while we were in the Zoom rooms chatting. So it was a really easy stitch. And Mitch has used that for her model for the cover for the chart, which is really flattering that one of my charts is out, well, one of my pieces of work is out there on as a chart model. So Abby Top Knot Stitcher sells that in her shop if you want to go grab the pattern. It took maybe 2 hours to stitch up, and I used the actually no, I think I used Cindy's cross stitch tutorial on this one, and it came together really simply and easily. I've never done, a round finish before. So it came together quite nicely where you sort of then stitch the two circles together, and then the pom-pom trim I tacked on as well. So really happy with how both of those finishes came out. You wouldn't believe it, I did show you a couple of months ago, I did a Mill Hill finish on my gingerbread cottage, the beaded one. Got out all the Christmas tree, all the decorations. Do you think I can find that Christmas decoration? Nope, vanished. So it will appear when I'm putting all the Christmas decorations away no doubt. So really sad that I can't find it, because I was really looking forward to having that on my tree this year. Goodness knows where it's gone. I've searched high and low, but no. So that will have to wait and make an appearance until Christmas 2021, unless it decides just to pop out somewhere along the line. But I can't imagine where it could be, because it's not with all the Christmas decorations. So let's get, well, actually, first of all, I'll tell you the 2020 stats, as you could say. So I had 16 finishes for 2020, including that Christmas decoration, and I have 29 current whips. Yeah, 29. That's not really where I wanted to be at this point in the time of the year, because I wanted to start emptying that list down for Mania next year, but I keep starting new things, don't I? So I'll let you know through my whip parade which has been a new start beyond Mania, because there's a few. One whip I cannot show you because it is a gift for my niece, so that one won't be making an appearance. Sorry, Ellie, you're not going to get a sneak peek at that one. But I will show you the finished product once it is finished, delivered and gifted. Okay. 29 whips. Here we go, guys. Hope you got a cup of tea. Or Mitch, I hope you've got a stiff drink there. Okay. First one, these are in no particular order. I will show Prairie Romance right at the end, because as you know, or if you've been watching for a while, that one is on a stand. So now you might have to bear with me as I go through each of these. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is Welcome Spring by Brenda Gervais, and I'll have to take this out of the plastic, won't I? So this was a new start post-Mania for a Daily 30 challenge. Now this has very minimal work on it. This is on a linen, 32 count linen, using the called for flosses and the called for DMC. So not a great deal of work on that one. And as I said, that was purely started for a Daily 30 challenge where nothing else met what I needed for the prompt on that one. The next one is my Bloom and Grove by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Haven't really done a lot of work on this one for a while. And this is on a 32 count even weave, and we've completed 4 pots there. And this is with the DMC threads. Really like how that's coming along. I am intending to finish this one. It was a mystery stitch along, but all the pieces have since been released. But even as it stands, I quite like it just with the 4 pots, but I do want to complete the 8. And I'll probably turn this into a pillow, I think. I think that'll look nice in a guest bedroom. Definitely not a pillow for using, of course. So that was my Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Next one I have, now these ones are great. I've got these charts from Mittagong last year. Crafty Like a Fox came and did a trunk show for us to have a look at, and I got 3 of the charts. So I got What a Galah, Wise and Grey, the koalas, and that's the envelope for that one, and Squawkers. Now Deb Wilson's doing these at the moment as coasters. With mine, however, I'm going to stitch them all a lot sitting on one branch, and I've done so far one of the galahs. So really looking forward to coming back to this one. So I started this at Mania, but I don't think I've really touched it since then because there hasn't been a prompt that's called for it. And this is on a 32 count, 36 count linen. So really happy with that one. Just doing that in the DMCs. So Crafty Like a Fox, go check out the Etsy shop. She's got some really fun charts. I hope she does more of the like I'd love to see a magpie one to add on to that party. Now this one's called My Sampler of Firsts, which Michael Buble makes an appearance on. So I love going to concerts, and I've kept all my ticket stubs. So I'm doing a sampler of all the concerts that I've attended of the artists, and this will go next to my ticket stubs all framed up. So we've got Mr. Michael Buble just here and here. So I've been to 2 of his concerts. Lots to go. I've only got up to 2014, so I've still got quite a few artists to add to that. So that's on DMC, self-charted, hand on DMC. I'm using DMC. It's on a 16 count Ada that I hand dyed myself, and it's all self-charted. Yeah, so a bit of work to do that on that one. Don't think there's going to be any 2020 artists on that one, unfortunately. Now the next one I worked on, I only touched this just the other day, is the Roveris gingerbread chart. Now I've got a lovely piece of lakeside linen that I'm doing this on, but I haven't dared cut it yet, so it's huge. Lovely green 32 count, and this is how much I've done on gingerbread. So not a huge amount, but I did do a little prompt for the daily 30 the other day for this one. But look at this piece of fabric, massive. And I'm doing this little pillow right at the top here, but I haven't dared cut it yet. So the Roveris charts are quite fun. They're nice and easy. I won that one as a giveaway, so I was quite lucky there. So that's gingerbread. The next one I have is a freebie. So you can find this on Snowflower Diaries. Now, I can't show you, oh, it's a freebie, so you can find this one online, but I will show you up close. It's called Spring Bunny Love. And I also have in this pack, because I'll do it as a companion piece, is called Tulips with, what's it? Tulips with Bunny. And that's also a freebie on Snowflower Diaries. Now this is just on a scrap of opalescent. I think this one's 32. I generally go for 32 or 36 count even weave. And this is just using the DMCs. And that's just, I use that for prompts. And that'll make a nice little Easter pillow when it's finished. Quite like that one, it's quite cute. And it could be Valentine's Day as well. So that's Spring Bunny Love by Snowflower Diaries. Oh, look at this bag. This is a Taryn bag that I got at Mittagong and the Creative Curators zipper finder. And it's got a dragonfly on it. I love this bag. Reminds me of Mittagong every time I get it out. Now, this one is the Blue Flowers Winter Squirrel. I think most people have got something now by the Blue Flower. She does amazing work. She's got some lovely new ones out. And this is where I'm up to with this guy. This is on a 32 count hand dyed even weave. Still got a long way to go with him, but really cute. I love the cart and those acorns. Enjoy working on that one. So pop him back away with Jamie and Claire. Another blue flower that I've got for you is the Quilting Bee. You've all seen her, you all love her. Some people have completed her, I haven't, I'm nowhere near And this is on, I wish I'd done this on an even weave, but I've done it on an 8er, and I don't want to start again. So she's quite big. It's on a 14 count 8er, and I've recently just done, I know it's weird, why would you do this? But I needed straight lines for a prompt. So I did the black lines and these lines just for a prompt on the Daily 30. DMCs that are called for. Yeah, she's quite big, isn't she? I may, once I've done her, I may do her again and gift this one away, but I love the design on that one. So if you do her, I think she'd look quite cute on a smaller count. She looks lovely on the big count, but as you do more stitching, you do find that you've got your favourites. Now, we've got the Cricket Collection December. Again, this is one that I use for prompts, and I've just recently done some more work on this one this week and used some what did I use? The Sparkle Braid, which actually I wasn't unhappy with it. It performed quite well. I only had to do those dots in the green part of his coat. And this one is on a 32 count colour. Is this Sparklies or Colour Cascade? No, this must be Sparklies, because Colour Cascade puts tags on theirs. So this is an opalescent one, and I'm going to do, it's quite a big piece of fabric, I'm going to do December and Christmas. So Emily Reed gave me the Christmas chart, so I'm going to do them both on the one fabric. It's a shame I hadn't started Christmas first, and I could have put Christmas in December, but I've got December beginning at the top, so I'll frame them separately, but I'll put them both on the same fabric and have them as a pair, and they're both by Cricket Collection. This is a bit of a favourite. I'll have to pop in the chart. So I'll lay over because my printed copy is just disgusting and not very well printed off. So this is Alice by Ori TM. I'm just taking her off the Q-snap. Now this is a stitch along that I've been working on. So this has got quite a bit of progress on it. And this is on Colour Cascade's sparkly fabric called Barbie. And this is where I'm up to with Alice. Gosh, I'm not very good at that, am I? So that is where we are currently with Alice, coming along beautifully. So I haven't even got to Alice herself as yet, but I really enjoy these Quaker style ones that Ori does. Just beautiful. Excuse the unironed pieces. Again, I've got another, just throw the Q-snap back in there. Another Outlander bag, also by Taryn at Teaser Handmade Designs on Facebook. So I love my Outlander. The next one I've got, also in a Taryn bag that Emily gifted me, with a chart that was gifted. So this is called Fire and Ice. Now this is the only project that I'm doing on black fabric, and it is quite, I think it's a 36 count, and it is hard. Like I like working on it, but only in small doses because it is hard on the eyes. But you step back and you look at the work and you're like, oh my goodness, it's just stunning. You don't, when you're working close up on these sort of things, you don't see what you're stitching until you step back. but that is just, I really love that. But like I say, I can only sort of do maybe, and I started working confetti wise, like cross country, and I found I was just making too many mistakes. So I had to start doing it in rows because it's not it's not full coverage. So it makes it a little bit hard. Yeah, it's definitely 32 count. It makes it a bit hard if you're doing cross country and not filling in every square, because especially on the even weave, I find after a while with the dark colour that your eyes start going a little bit cross-eyed, because the holes aren't overly evident. So sometimes the needle finds the wrong hole, and then you end up with, you know, half a stitch out, which is a real pain. So small doses with that one. Another blue flower that I'm working on is the Autumn Squirrel. And again, this is one that I wish I didn't use Ada, but I ate a 14 count because it's just too big for me. Like 14 count's great for beginners, and if that's what, you know, if you like the 14 count, but I'm finding I do prefer the look of 32 count even weave. So this one, oh, he looks a bit creepy, doesn't he, without his eye? This is the Autumn Squirrel. Haven't started on his tiered, what do you call those things? Tiered cake stand. So yeah, getting some way through that one. And again, I've only sort of picked him up for prompts, for challenges, because I love the chart, but it's just not my favorite piece that I'm working on. Okay, next one, and if you're a long time subscriber, you will be very familiar with this guy. Sorry about that sneezing fit. This hay fever and allergy season is just terrible at the moment. We've had so much rain over spring that all the grasses are so long, and today's a windy day and all those pollens are blowing around. So excuse my red nose and watery eyes. Next one I was going to show you is the Farms of Hawk Run Hollow. So I've been working on this one for a long time. Now this is on an Ada 16 count, but I really enjoy working on this because it's quite a big project that if I was working on even weave, I'm sure I would have made mistakes. So I haven't shown you the full piece of this for quite some time. So this is currently where I'm at. So we're over halfway. I've got 5 blocks to complete. So this will take me, as you can see, quite a long piece. So the most recent block that I finished was the trout fishing block. I just finished, I've still got to finish off the birdhouse roof there. So nearly done. So the idea of this guy, I wanted him to look like a Hessian sack from a farmer's shed, which I'm quite happy with how, I'll show you a bit of unstitched. So that's on 16 count, that's coffee and tea dyed Ada. Generally using all of the called for DMC, but I have thrown in a few of my own conversions just to give it some interest with some variegated flosses. So that one, hopefully I'd like to see that finished 2021 because that's been going since 2018. And that's in another Taran bag from Mittagong. Okay. Oh, now here's a bit of a favourite. I do enjoy working on this guy. This is called Quaker Christmas 2 by Bygone Stitches. And this is a PDF, so I haven't printed it off in colour. And it's not any specific colour. You can do this one whichever way you like. And I'm using the DMC 115. So it's a variegated, you can see that too well. Variegated DMC. And I wanted to go with a DMC with this one only because I knew it was going to take some time, and I wanted it to be fairly consistent when I was purchasing the flosses, because I didn't know how much I was going to need. On the Q-snap, of course, 32 count even weave, and this is where we're up to. I just love it, and I love working on it. I like using the variegated threads. Like, you've got to work a bit harder to try and match up the ends with your new beginning of the floss. I did change this motif. I think it had, what did it have there? Star of Wonder, which I wasn't very familiar with that carol, so I decided I wanted carols that I was familiar with and enjoyed and have memories of. So Silent Night's definitely one of my favourites, and wasn't already featured on this chart. It may have been featured on the Christmas Quaker one, but I decided I'd change that into Silent Night. So this will be one that might be with me for a long time before we see a finish, because it's quite big. You can see I've doubled up the fabric there too, so that's got some work to go on that. But one of those ones that I thoroughly enjoy working on. So I'm just going to pause for a minute and rearrange my projects, because they're pretty much my active whips. I've got another pile which is one that I don't have sitting by my chair, so I'm going to pop you on hold. I am going to pause you for a minute, won't be a moment. Right, back again. That was only like a split second for you, I know. So as I said, these ones are my not so active whip pile that I just predominantly use for prompts and also for and then part of Mania. But this one was a new start for a prompt, and it's only a teeny tiny one called Wool Whimsy by Heart and Hand. And this is on a little 32 count linen, this one, and that's where I've got with that one. This is part of a molt, like a series. If you're interested, it does have quite a few on that one. I don't know how old, can't see straight off, but it's quite a little cute one. So Wool Whimsy by Heart and Hand, just the DMCs on that one. Now this one I'm doing out of a book, quite an old book, and this is the chart that I'm doing. This is Poppies, and it's out of stitch cards and gift tags. And I just am doing this one for a Remembrance Day and Anzac Day piece. And I really like how that's coming along. I haven't touched this one for a while, actually. I really should finish it before Mania next year. I really need to finish all the little ones to make room for more Mania pieces. But I've got to stop filling them up with big pieces. Otherwise I'll never have anything in any room. What have we got in this one? Oh, this one's tiny. Seasons, the autumn one by Lila Studio. Obviously this is one I've only touched for Mania, and that's all I've got on it. Just one little pumpkin on some linen. So again, one that I should get finished and done. That one calls for gassed, but I've just substituted with DMC. The next one I've got, what's this one? Actually, yes, the next one I've got is, I'm calling them my Fraser dolls. No, that was the one, the mystery, well, the gift I'm doing. But I'll show you my Fraser dolls now that I've got them out. So here's of what they'll look like. You can get these through, and there's all sorts of characters for all sorts of shows. Star Trek, Star Wars. I think there's all sorts. So I'll put the details above. Is it? No, it hasn't got it on the chart. So these will become 3D dolls. So this is Claire Fraser's head, and that's finished until I sew it all. So I need to cut it out and then sew it all together and then crochet her hair in. And this is the beginning of Claire Fraser's body. And I'm doing the plaid at the moment, which is quite interesting. This is my work project, or travel piece, because it's little and minimal threads. But you do, with the plaid, it's really interesting that you do one half leg in the plaid. So it's, I think it goes 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2 in different colors, and then you go back down the other way. So you go all the way across going in a certain pattern, and then I'm going to come down and do it. And look how the plaid is coming across for the tartan. So really happy. That's my little Claire Fraser needle minder by what Once Upon a Needle Minder. Sorry, Christy, I've forgotten. Yeah, so that one I'm doing on 14 count Aida because I need it to be easy to, and I had a heap. And then I'll be doing Jamie as well. So I'm going to do both of those dolls. But again, that's just one that I sort of slowly plod away with as a travelling piece. Once Upon a Needle Minder, I think that's the shop. The next one, oh, this is again one that I've only done for Mania, called Acorn Sampler by Heart and Hand. And this has got lots of different specialty stitches in it. So I have, all I've done is this, and using some specialty stitches, and this is on a 16 count Aida. So this is tiny enough, I quite like that for the result that I'm getting. So again, one that I probably should put a bit more work into. My idea was that I'd get through Mania and then just work on those 31 whips, but I added like 8 more whips into my pile, and some other ones just got forgotten about. So we'll get to them. I'm not going to start anything else before Mania next year. Oh, this one's one of my favorites, but it's on the back burner because it's full coverage, and I've got my big full coverage on my frame at the moment. So this guy only comes out for a prompt because I don't have, so this is full coverage. This is artwork by Jay Menteith, and this is called The Gift. And this was a fundraiser made for Anzac Day. So it's one of the war horses with the Anzac Day hat and the poppies from a watercolor painting. It's just beautiful. And the coloring, so this is full coverage. So even all this cream and white, it will be full coverage. And I'm doing this on an easy guide because it's going to be, oh, where is it? Sorry, it's in here somewhere. As you can see, I've only made the teeniest, tiniest starts. That's it. That's all I've done. But like I said, he's on the back burner because I would like to put that one on my scroll frame, like my stand-up frame, which will eventually happen. But Prairie Romance is on there at the moment. But there was no way I could leave that behind. That is just stunning. So that is called The Gift. And I really want to get to that, but I'm not taking Prairie Romance off. That's got to be finished before I start another full coverage because, well, I've already started it, haven't I? Before I focus on another full coverage. Now this is a Joan Elliott, and it's not a pretty lady. This is called A Celtic Welcome. So my mum is full Irish, and so that, yeah, so I'm just drawn to Irish things, and I saw this and loved it. But when I pulled the colours, I was quite, so here's the DMC and here's the chart. So I was like, oh, they're a bit bright. But then once I made a start, and teeniest of starts on this one too, because it's fairly full coverage, I think it's going to be fine. I think the bright colours with the golds and so forth, but that's it. That's all I've done. And this is on a 20 count Ada, which I think will be beautiful for this one, and not easy to do, but more pleasurable to do, because there's lots of counting, obviously, with all that Celtic work in it. And there's going to be some blank areas, so you've got a bit of black work in there. So I think with the antique white on there will be quite nice. So even there you can see there's blank stitches where there isn't any stitching in. But again, that needs to become a focus piece eventually, but it is started and it is in the whip pile. So that's my Joan Elliott, my one and only. Excuse me. Oh, that's gone cold now. Cold tea. My next one is a Shakespeare's Peddler. That's the cover page. And it's called Pale Pumpkins. Now, I did get that as a giveaway from one of the channels, and I nearly finished it. So I changed it to have a bit more colour in the pumpkins. And I'm doing this on 14 count Ada. So nearly done, and I will do the same as what Teresa's done and put that on, not so much a high pedestal candlestick, but something similar. But it's going to be quite round. I think she had got it sticked, had it charted. It doesn't actually say. Unless I've got the chart in. No, doesn't actually say what it is specified for, so maybe it's a choose your own. So this one is in my Sassy Devils pouch. This one's really cute. My Sassy Devils pouch bag that I got through one of the summer ones, I think it was. Nearly there. We're getting through them. If you've held on for this long, thank you. The next one I am doing is, I started this post Mania for a prompt, and this is my Wild Violet Koala Biscornu. Can't remember what the prompt was for this one, but it needed to be started, so I did. And oh golly, this is embarrassing. That's it. So very much just probably 200, 300 stitches for my Koala Biscornu. So nothing really to show, but it is an active whip. These are just gorgeous. So I got this from the Mittagong Stitches Retreat in the swag bag. But she's got some gorgeous pieces. So you should go check out her shop if you're looking for something nice from Wild Violet. Oh, this one's a really nice piece too, but I just haven't focused on it again since Mania. This is called, so this is by Carriage House Sampling, Quaker Quilts. I love this, it's just a lovely piece. Using the called for colour, oh no, actually I've substituted in Victoria mottos. So my own conversion, probably imitating very much what was on the original. And again, just a teeny tiny start. So that's on quite a big piece of fabric as well, that I will cut down. So that's on a 32 count even weave by Jay's Cross Stitch. I have so much work to do. It's not till you actually go through and pull out every single whip, which I haven't done for a long time, and open it up and look and go, I've barely touched that. Now, oh, here's another start that I've made post-mania for a prompt, and this is Joko Trebadene, I think that's it, from Debbie from Creatively Yours. I won this in one of her giveaways, and I love it, and it was so much fun to start on. And this is my little start. Again, oh no, this is on linen, this one. But this is going to be so much fun to do, and I think once you get going, it'll just be, it'll be one that you don't have to watch the pattern for. You just continue doing the following. So is it Yoko Trebadene? Debbie, I think that's right. And I have got Victoria mottos, some weeks, so I must have chosen my own colours for that one. So that's a biggie as well, with not much start, and this one's another big one that I haven't done a huge amount on. And this chart is Promised to Somebody, Tess. I haven't forgotten you, but it might be a while before you get it because I haven't really done much at all on this one. Rosewood, Manor, Corner and Curves. But I think you've got your hands full as well, Tess, at the moment, so I'm sure you're not in a hurry for it. And all I've done, and so I'm using a DMC, Silks for You, PR28. So this was a hank that I got of silk, which I haven't really cut up yet. I've taken bits and pieces off for other things, but this remaining part of the hank will be used for this. And this is on a linen, and that's all I've done so far. But look, it's going to be a beautiful feminine piece when it's done. I just love how that's coming along, and those threads with that type of colouring is so much fun to use, like, because you've sort of got to think about, pick and choose where things are going and follow. Yeah, loving it. Would like to do some more on it. I don't know why that's in my pile of non-focused pieces at the moment. Maybe that one needs to come back out for some more work. Lucky last, other than Prairie Romance, which you'll see as a little lay in. Oh, and this chart I enjoy working on as well. Where is the cover sheet? Now, I did see someone else working on this recently on one of their floss tubes. So this is a Carolyn Manning design, Blossom. And I have all the little crochet pieces for the tree when it's finished. But this is a lot of fun as well. And again, I don't know why this has made it into my unfocused pieces. And that's how much I've done on it. But look at the colours. I really love that. Even though it's not spring, like it's nearly autumn colours, but then blossoms are quite white and creams and so forth. So loving how that one is coming along as well. "29 whips. There we go. Thank you for sticking through that. Good grief, I've got some work to do. I really need to whittle that pile down and do some work, but I've got so many big pieces that I really enjoy working on, and my gift project at the moment is taking precedence over other things, but I'm enjoying stitching on that. So I've got a little bit of haul to show you. My 123 stitch order came in, and I finished off my collection for Singer Sampler. I won one of the charts. I think I won part 1, so I went and purchased the other 3 pieces for the Singer Sampler. Can you hear him meowing to go out? Sound of Music. So, and it's got the Do Re Mi song on it, and I love that. So I thought I'd get another big project, just what I need, Mel. Come on. Next year, actually, over the Christmas break, I might do a kitted parade and charts parade, just so I can, again, go through things and look at what I have got planned for add-ins for Mania. Can you hear? I'm sure you can hear him. Now, I did also order, this is called Gold Work Embroidery. Isn't that bee just beautiful? By Alison Cole here, and she's in Australia, in Victoria. She's got a Facebook, well, you can check out her kits and so forth on her website. But hopefully a stitch in time will be the shop down here. There's talk of doing a class, but like, look at all these gold. I don't know if you can see the actual, it's quite a thick, I'm gonna have to let him out. Thick gold braid, and then there's this beautiful piece of gold leather for the wings. It's so soft. So I'm a little bit intimidated by this to even think about starting it on my own. So I might have to wait for the class to get up and running. But I one day want to have a bee display, like of cross stitches, because I've got quite a few bee projects lined up to do. And when I saw that done at the, yes, I hear you, come here. Oh, this is Levi, the noisy cat that you can hear. He's very vocal, aren't you, Levi? He likes to tell me when he wants to go in and out. You say hello to the people? No, just let me out. I'll be back in a minute. Very vocal, so if he doesn't get let, oh, I'm wobbling. If he doesn't get let out, he just keeps going. And if he's hungry or wants water, he lets you know about it. So, the golden bee in my stash and waiting anxiously to do that one. And I got it the Stitch Me order. I ordered this in August and I got it mid-November. It decided to go to Hong Kong and have a bit of a holiday there. And I got to the point where I'm like, might have to call that one lost. But it came through, sorry, I probably should have. Now both of these are opalescence and they're both Lugana, 32 count, even weave. Just nothing in particular in mind. I just got them in a Friday night fight night. Beautiful. This one is a bit busier, but I really quite like it. It's quite a busy fabric, but it's got a nice big white area. No idea what I'm going to do with these yet. I just got them to add to my stash. And then I was lucky enough to pick up and score on one of the giveaways that she had, because when she does fight nights, the following day, if you've placed an order, you can then put your name down for a giveaway. And I was lucky enough to win a Madame Chantilly's Autumn, which I think is gorgeous. I love that. So I won that. So I got the 2 pieces of fabric and the chart via Hong Kong. It decided to go the long way and got stuck in customs, no doubt. So eventually it arrived and I was very happy that it did arrive, because I'd started to go, probably not going to see the light of day of that one again, but she made it here. Okay, giveaways. So I had a giveaway from the previous video for the drawn thread Spot of Autumn, and that last video was for Patty Smith. So Patty, you still haven't contacted me, so if you're still interested in that one, please reach out via email, which is in my description box below, and I will get that one out for you. So Patty Smith. Now, last video I had Just Nan, and I showed you my finish of this guy, and he was very popular. So here is the video for the winner. So we've got the YouTube link, the word Nan, and let's see how many comments we've got. 26. So let's find a winner. Melody Hurley. This Nan is getting 2 new grandbabies next year. Congratulations, Melody, winning the chart and begetting 2 new grandbabies. Congratulations, Melody. Oops, I'm bouncing around. There we go. Congratulations, Melody. So if you want to send me your email, and I will get that one out for you also. So that's the Just Nan. And I've got another giveaway for this video. So this one is called Scandinavian Christmas by Creative Poppy, sorry. And this is just a very, what do they call it? Nordic type of, is it Nordic? I don't know. Well, it's called Scandinavian Christmas. So if you would like this one, I would like you to put the word Poppy in your comment. Please don't use the word giveaway. Be over 18 years old so you can give me your address, and I will draw the winner for that one in my next video, which would be a January update. So if I decide to do like a stash parade, I won't do the drawing in that one. Yeah, so this will be drawn in January. So the word Poppy, you can pop it into a sentence. You can word the right Poppy, but it must be Poppy with a Y. P-O-P-P-Y. Whew, nearly done. This has been a long video. So the next, so what else I want, what are my plans? That's what I was trying to say in a roundabout, upside down way. Plans. Currently at the moment, I am working on the Daily 30. We've got a tag, a member type of challenge on, which is lots of fun. Sorry. Another sneeze. You don't want to hear that. You really don't. I am so over allergies. So over it. Okay, back to where we were, plans. So I want to continue working. So these, the Daily 30's a really nice, simple, low stress challenge where it's 200 stitches, and I'm trying to choose each week, choose different projects. So trying to touch some ones that I wouldn't normally. And then in between that, I'm working on my secret stitch, the present that I'm trying to do for my niece. And I know she watches my videos. Hi, Ellie. And there'll be no sneak peeks on here, so you'll have to wait to see that one. So other than that, Christmas, which is always busy, I'm not planning or envisaging I'm going to get a lot of extra work done other than what I'm doing at the moment. And then come January, it'll be a fresh start. I'll start counting again, and hopefully start to get down some of my WIP pile towards Mania starts for 2021. So hopefully 2021 will be a better year. That's all I can say. Let's hope we get back to some sort of normality, back to being able to do retreats in person, being able to travel. I do have a trip to Northern Australia planned, up to Queensland to see my sister and spend some time with her and her partner. Hi Alex, hi Angela. If you're watching, which they recently discovered that I've got a YouTube channel. I'd kept it secret for a while for most of the family, so yeah. It's nothing that I like to like, if you're not interested in cross stitch, really you wouldn't still be here by this point in time if you weren't interested in cross stitch. But yeah, so I'm going to finish off with I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, a safe Christmas, and however you're doing Christmas this year, it's going to be a bit low key for most people, I would understand, due to the COVID. we're just having a small celebration at home this year of seven people, which is more intimate, you could say. But I'm going to end the video with a bit of Michael Buble. It's not a song, it's my encounter that I had with him at a recent concert. No, it's not recent, years ago. But it feels like yesterday. Where I got to, I suppose you could say meet him, but I got a kiss from him. But it's a little bit funny, so I'll pop that in here. So if you've made it this far, thank you guys. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for my current subscribers. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas and bring on 2021. See you in the new year. And just here's a quick little update of where we are with Prairie Romance. So coming along super nicely, but still a long, long way to go.
This concert is just the start of your night tonight. Do me a favor, Bertie, would you bring the lights up so I can see the people going out here? You got a beautiful, thank you so much for bringing the Canadian flag and a I love boob sign. Thank you. Thank you very much. Whatever floats this out. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Tassie Devil wants a kiss. You know what? I would love to kiss the Tassie. Really, like you would have me kiss the puppet. You serious right now? You'd have me kiss the puppet Tasmanian Devil. Really? I'm a professional woman. I'm a big star. I will not kiss. You're coming up here with the devil thing. You're actually walking. You're not even, there's no security stopping you. Come on, no, bring her over. That's some bigger balls that you got there. Come here. This is the weirdest thing I think I've ever done to start a concert. So this is really happening. Okay, well, how do I do this? Okay. Do you have a camera, Jose? Can you take it? It's not working. Oh wait, it's cool. I'm not doing anything. Okay. Oh God. Things Is that what you said? Thank you very much. Very sweet. He's a good kisser too. Thank you guys for coming. She brought this for me if you don't know, because she said it's for my son Noah. I'm a new dad.